Any country will progress only if there is national development. Now, national development does not happen by itself, because everywhere, it is like you come to this university to study, you learn something. Countries also learn something. People in government also learn something. People in business also learn something. So, how do you go out in the world? How do you get more finance? How do you get technology? How do you get projects? How do you get more trade? How do you get best practices? And we are seeing this today, that in many areas, that after Modi ji went to Japan, he himself saw bullet train. How much the Japanese have advanced railway technology, so that what will take hours can be travelled in minutes. Or he went to Korea. He saw how, for example, they had cleaned up their rivers. So today, when we are doing Namame Gange, or even every river or every water body in our area, the idea of getting technology, how do we deal with pollution, soil pollution, air pollution? There are many countries which have this technology. So how do we work with the world to progress our country? This is something, again, which is a very important part of foreign policy. I would say for a Prime Minister, when he goes abroad, when he meets foreign leaders, when all the time his mind is, what can I do for my people? And it can be railways, it can be environmental technology, it can be tunneling, it can be even getting more foreign investment and more employment opportunities in this country. So he himself often meets investors to convince them that India is the future place for investing in the world. So national development is the second part of it. The third is, of course, this world is today very globalized, it is very united, and there are things which happen in the world. It may happen somewhere far away, but it affects us. We saw during the COVID pandemic, something started, we first heard about the pandemic in Wuhan, in China, but it did not stay there. It has come to all our homes. Every one of us has had some family member or ourselves, we have had COVID. Many people have actually, near and dear, have been very severely impacted. But it could be climate change also. That today, because of the industrialization in the developed world today, actually countries like us are paying the price. And how do we today grow in a very green way? So there are some common issues, what we call global issues, and that is also foreign policy allows countries to how to come together, work together to deal with common challenges. And then there is something which all Indians want. We all have pride in our country. We want to see our culture across the world. Because again of Prime Minister's initiative, today the world celebrates every June the International Day of Yoga across the world, in every country. This time you would have seen, it started in the East, it went across the world, round the world, that you had a global celebration of yoga. And it is not only yoga. Today we are seeing Ayurveda spread across. Understanding of Indian arts, Indian culture, Indian dance, Indian music, Indian cinema, Indian food. That world, and when you go abroad, I can tell you, because when I first went abroad, which was more than 40 years ago, this was not how India was seen. This was not the standing of India. This was not how Indian leaders were regarded. So today, the standing of India, the culture of India, the heritage of India, these have today a global recognition.